Hey there, this is Jo here from Creative Empowerment, and today I'm looking at yes-no tarot spreads, and I feel like I'm going to do a bit of a series around these because I am quite intrigued with this for myself. I have a spread here which is a yes-no answer. The answer is to whether I personally should do this expo that's coming up for me in the next few weeks. And I just got a message from the person actually that's quite funny while I'm filming this. I've already done a blog on this, but I wanted to explain it a little bit more. So I thought I would make this video today for you. The principle of this yes-no tarot spread, you've got 5 cards in this spread, so you have an uneven number. So it's easier to determine whether it's a positive or a negative answer. However, what I've discovering as I've started using this spread is that I'm not really sure if it works as well as I thought it did. So if you want to see my blog, I'm going to give some different information there. What I'm going to do today is kind of go through these cards and explain why this particular answer here, whether it's a good idea for me to go to this particular psychic wellbeing expo where I do psychic art, whether that's a good idea for me, whether that's right or wrong for me, should I say. So I'm wanting a yes or a no answer. So you don't want to ask an open-ended question when it comes to yes or no. Tarot spreads are all about yes or no's. We've got 5 cards here. We have all of the major arcanas as yeses. So these 2 cards are yeses. We have the court cards as no's, odd cards as no's, and we have even cards as yeses. I think that's everything. I've given you the rules of this particular yes-no spread that I got from Barbara Moore, who then got it from another lady who I will put in the comments below. For me, when I instantly looked at this spread, I got an overwhelming sense of yes. But if I use this particular 5-card yes-no tarot spread, I get a no. This is a yes, this is a yes, because they're major arcanas. This is a no because it is an odd number, and these are no because they're court cards. Even though it's 2 versus 3, it would be a maybe, I suppose. I suppose that's the strongest answer for this particular question. And then what you can do is go through the cards and look at why that might be. So I'm going to do that first, and then I'll give you, the second half will be my intuitive answer, which to me felt the strongest. But anyway, I'm going through these things because it's really interesting to me to figure out why things are the way they are. Can I rely on them with clients when I'm doing tarot readings? You know, what are the best methodologies for me to find a yes-no tarot spread that works and that I can count on? Because I don't know about you, but self-doubt gets in my way, particularly when I'm doing self-readings, and this is a reading for myself. So in this particular yes-no tarot spread, the Chariot is a yes. It's obviously a go card. It's a move forward card. You know, there are these unbridled, unrestrained horses that are leading this, what looks a little bit like a gypsy caravan. I'm not really sure what it is. But it's definitely a go card. It's a movement card. The fact that it's gypsy, or that sort of feel with a man on top of it who has, he's very free-spirited. He's got no shoes on. He's open-chested, or, without clothes on the top of him. It's very wild, very free. And wild, horses are very much a symbol of freedom, passion and excitement. So these things, are definitely big yeses. Our High Priestess also is a yes. And she is the epitome of a psychic fair, which is the type of thing that I'm asking about. She can also be a no action card though. So, now we're looking at a definite yes, move forward. And this is a contemplation, maybe don't move forward, but connect to, to the other realms for this answer, which is definitely the type of energy that is involved in a psychic fair, obviously, because it's all about connection, things like that. Now, at this point, this is where it starts to get a bit wobbly for me, if I'm really honest, because the ace is sitting right in the middle with these 2 beautiful hands that are talking about a gift or an opportunity or a project or something. And they have roots that are ready to establish. They also have roots or, connection or growth that's starting to sprout. So for me, this card would be a yes card. Now, in this particular way of looking at yes/no tarot spreads, it's a no card. And for me, that is very much going against the grain of what I feel about this card. But if I go with it and I go with this as a no card, maybe it's not ready yet. Maybe it's in a temporary sort of state. Maybe my ability to put the ground roots down is temporarily suspended. It's hard for me to do this as a no card because it doesn't feel like a no. But I'm going to continue on this way and just see how we go. I have the Page and the Queen, and they're both no cards in this particular yes/no tarot spread. The Page of Wands is an exciting card. It is a card of excitement, passion. She's actually throwing a paintbrush in the air. And what I'm going to do at the Psychic Expo is actually psychic art. So to me, again, this card looks like a yes card. In this particular instance, because it's a court card, it's a no. So how can I read this as a no? It's probably being too impulsive, making decisions that aren't based in, aren't grounded. Perhaps this makes sense now that I look at these two cards here, because the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, maybe it's saying that, maybe the decision is all being made a little bit hastily, that there's this rush, there's this not thinking, there's this momentum and move forward, and perhaps that's where I want to be, but maybe it's not ready yet. Then moving on to the High Priestess, which is a yes, it is the right thing for me, but maybe it's not right for now. Then we move on to the other no card here, which is the Queen of Cups. And this Queen of Cups is sitting in a lot of water. So perhaps the emotions at this time aren't clear. Perhaps my emotions aren't clear about this particular expo. It's not one that I was thinking of doing straight away. It's a little bit further away from my home. And I was thinking of doing some expos with this particular group, but maybe not this one because of the distance. So perhaps my emotions are getting carried away with me. Perhaps my desire to want to do this kind of work and be in these kind of spaces is overwhelming my decisions. So that's one way I could read all of these cards. But it's been a struggle for me to read these cards with that. Maybe that's my own biases coming into play with these cards. What I would say is that my first instinct when I saw all of these cards come out is that they were all upright, because my deck is all mixed up. So that's quite a positive feeling straight away. That all of the cards seem to relate to the particular message. It's about moving forward. It's about being excited about what you do. It's about this idea of the offer of what is on offer at these types of psychic fairs. For me, it's connection with the people that I want to connect with, right? The people who are passionate about the things that I'm passionate about. The High Priestess, she's at home at a psychic fair. It's her place to be. And the Queen of Cups, she's expressive and she's creative and she's psychic too. So these 5 cards for me, it's like a ding, 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 ding. Yes, this is a yes for me. So it was really, really interesting to look and kind of force myself for the exercise to read this as a no. I'm really, really interested to know what you might think, how you might read this for yourself. And because it's not you, it might be easier to read. I'm sure, like me, that you find it challenging to read for yourself. Not everybody does. In order to read for ourselves, because it's a great way of practice for other people and to perfect things that aren't working, when you are doing it for yourself, it's a really good way of trialing these yes/no tarot spreads. I'm going to do some more because I'm very intrigued at finding my best one that works for me. And this one might work for you all the time. This one might be perfect. I like it. What are the positives about this? That it gives you something to play with. It's not one single card. It is something for you to sink your teeth in. There's a reason. With each card, there's a story to be told. There's a wrapping up of the energy. So you can actually sort of get some information about what it is that you're asking about. It's not simply yes, no, which is what we want the answer to, but we want to know why also. And I feel like this spread is great for that reason. It gives me a why, and I really, really like that. But as I said, the ace for me being a negative card, I can't see that unless they were reversed. And I feel like that might be another thing, that is, if these cards came in reversed for me, then I would definitely feel they were no's, because I have used reversals as a way of understanding yes no tarot answers before, but I might put that in another video and explain what I do with that. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I would love to hear what you've got to say about this spread, and if you've used any particular yes no tarot cards. If you would like a reading, I do email, phone, Zoom, and in-person readings. Check out the link below and you can book yourself a reading today. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.